The king is dead. Long live the king. But we sit here.
Easy, Bob. Come on. It's one game.
Well, wait a minute. Now, we'll parse it. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Oh, man. Bringing out the coffin and everything.
I'm just saying, you know, you've got to talk with realistic expectations. Kobe Bryant among those watching. De Vrij takes down Diego Costa here. A little question whether that was a penalty.
Look, if you leave your feet in the box as a defender and you drag that leg, people are going to say, oh, no. First off, it's not a dive. It's not his responsibility to get out of that trailing leg. And Xabi Alonso steps up. Thank you very much. Spain 1-0.
Just before the half, Daley Blind gets it and sends it onto the head of Van Persie, who perfectly times this.
Now, this pass is unbelievable, and the finish is even better. I mean, this ball is played in 60 yards, maybe even more, right in the run of Van Persie. He meets the ball, and he comes up with the genius stuff that he's only capable of.
And then Blind to Robin. And
another great ball.
We know what he's going to do with it, right?
He knows what he's going to do with it. But this is a first-time pass. He's running into it and plays it in the space for Robin. Cuts back to his left foot. That's what he does. Goal.
And then in the 64th minute, after that moment, Sneijder sends it in. Casillas collides with Van Persie, and there's De Vrij at the far post.
Well, terrific delivery. Don't take anything away from the delivery, but that's a clear free kick. Van Persie just gets his body into Casillas, which is nothing he can do. And De Vrij just, I don't think he knows much about the ball, but ends up at the back of the net. From that point on, you only saw one team on the pitch.
And Casillas went to pieces.
Yeah.
The captain, all those caps, all that leadership, but you just made a mess of that.
And he was playing for a big record today before the game, and it seemed that once he conceded the first goal, his game went out of the way, and that's not him at all. It's very uncharacteristic. But give credit to Van Persie to have that intuition to get the ball and score. Well, just get a goal from nothing.
This is speed.
Sneijder's ball. Robin, here we go.
Sergio Ramos is quick, but this is we're talking about lightning, but this is another bit of lightning, and he puts it top corner. He puts it away. This is pure confidence in the speed and the control he has on the dribble. It's just world class.
Spain next with Chile. Our coverage on the 18th at 2:30 that same day. The Australia match against the Dutch, but the 3 points for the Dutch, and of course second in this group takes on the lead team, the champion of Group A, and everyone on planet Earth except for the Mexicans right now expecting to that be the. That's why I said the king may be dead. Long live the king, Mr. Lawless. Let's face facts. Round of 16, Brazil, Spain off of today.
Well, we're going to see what this Spanish team is made of from a mental standpoint. What Del Bosque is going to do when he goes back in there and talks to them. You know, he's not a screamer. He doesn't scream and yell. And so this is going to be a huge part of how good he is at managing this from a mental standpoint. And can they adjust? Can this be something that motivates a team that's won everything? Or is it a situation where, dare I say it, they don't really care anymore?
No, they do care, and I think Vicente Del Bosque, as you mentioned, Alexi, this is probably the biggest or the hardest moment since he's been a Spanish manager. I don't think it'll be major changes. I don't think it'll be people losing the ideology and the way they want to play. There'll be little tweaks, and they need to find the right balance. But
Diego Costa fuera, right?
Clearly, it doesn't seem that it fits there. The problem is that Llorente, which is a number 9 that he had an excellent season with Juventus, is not even in the squad. You got Negredo that he won the league in the Premier League with the Manchester City, is not in the squad. So you're looking for options that probably are
false nine, back to false nine.
It could be.
I think he will appeal on what they've achieved on the field. Now they can show it as well in defeat. You know, he will appeal on their personalities, on their honor. They are great champions, but how do they react on this? Del Bosque will appeal on that.
All right, Roberto, the foot speed of Arjen Robben and his abilities with his left foot, we've put him into the ESPN axis, and this was the triangle working to perfection today. Everybody contributing. Let's take a look at this.
Well, we spoke before the game about the technical ability of these two teams. That's what you mean. The quality of a technical team is this. First time ball, Blind, that pass into Piqué and Robben, that's just the 1v1 that we highlighted before the game with Ruud. Because teams are used to play with one striker, the distances between the two centre-halves are normally right. But here they're playing against two strikers, and Robben gets just isolated 1v1, and he was magnificent. But go back to the pass from Blind, to see the picture, to see where the ball is going to go. At the first touch is unique. Technically, it's perfect.
You can see as well that Robben, he knew that Blind was going to pass it first time, because he made his run knowing that, and it came perfectly in space.
Well, we saw several balls like that throughout the day with consequence for the Dutch. Speaking of consequences, Arjen Robben said the other day that save by Casillas 4 years ago in the World Cup final, in this play, this will be with me. I'll remember this my entire life. It was in the 62nd minute. Great, the best opportunity of the night for the Dutch. Of course, he was denied. And then today, vindication. I can only imagine how rude it must have felt for him this moment.
Fantastic. This is what it's about, being the best of the best, to react to big disappointments and come back and do the same thing.
Great example.
And the save right at the end of the first half was absolutely
Could
crucial.
have been 2-0, right?
Absolutely crucial,
Yeah.
because when you look at this game, as you said, that first half, it was almost a replay of what happened 4 years ago, where Spain has all the possession, the Dutch come out and they kick everything that moves, and Spain scores a goal. But then right at the end, and then you score a goal right at the end of the half. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So Stenel van Gaal has to manage and manage the mood of the locker room from in front. No anticipation. I'm sure this game was on their mind since the draw. All right, now it's done.
Yep.
It's done in a way no one could have imagined. What does he do? How does he manage this?
I think he knows what kind of group he's got here. He's got many young, inexperienced players who now experience all of a sudden, they experience this. And he will tame this enthusiasm. He will say, guys, this is 3 points. We have Australia, we have Chile. We cannot give this group away now with this massive step in the right direction. So he will do that, I think.
It's interesting that we went with Ruud to see the training session, and